Okay, so I haven't done a video in a really long time, but I wanted to do a catch-up after all these, I don't know, really difficult, crazy months of COVID. My mother passed away, and keeping busy, I think, is key to, when you can create. Creating is one of those things we all need to do. This is what I'm doing lately. English paper piecing. These are some of them I cut, pulled that out, and some of them I bought. But I just needed something that's therapeutic, which I've been doing this for about 20 years. As much as I love fabric, quilting, art, painting, I mean anything artistic, color. I love color. My needles on my little, love these things, by the way. I forgot what it's called, but don't have to pinch the pieces very hard. These are the K Facet. I believe this is Millefiori. This is the dark one. And I'm using it as the dark on all of these gorgeous fabrics. Loving each and every color. I have I did some embroidery here. You see that? I did some embroidery. However, I'm gonna have to rip that out because it broke. And I'll restart that. I don't really have any rules for how I put things together, except for what I actually really like to do. Put some colors together. Why not? Look at Brandon Mabley right there. I think this is Tula. And this, Thread Magic. Now, I don't use this all the time, but occasionally you get those tangles, and so I do use that. This, I'm legally blind, and I had one years ago that I did not like, so I continue to still hand thread, but it actually works really, really well. This is a Clover needle threader, and it actually works quite well. I have tiny little 1-inch pieces on here, and so I just wanted to let y'all know my scraps, my favorite sewing machine right here, Singer 301 slant needle. Absolutely adore this machine and have for years. I recommend it to anyone that wants a straight stitch. Now, it'll do other stitches, but it needs attachments, which I've frankly never used. I adore all the old vintage sewing machines. We're gonna go back on to wherever it is I started. Oh, that's pretty. That's a Philip Jacobs tree fungi. Loving all of this. There's some Tula. I think that's Tula. I don't know. Maybe Anna Maria Harner. But this is what I wanted to point out to you, which is I've also been doing something else while I've been in quarantine for all these months. I've been painting fabric. This is beautiful Moda quilting cotton. I do have a degree in art. I went to college for this, and I used just turquoise, magenta, well, cyan, magenta, and primary yellow, and made all these beautiful, I used some resist here. This looks like water, and I made this for someone very special to me. Oh, here's more. This is a little bit of a salt effect. It soaks up the thing. But what I wanted to show you is this right here with this gorgeous cave facet. This is probably Millefiori. This is all cave. This is all cave. And this is Rebecca. Let's move this out of the way because I was sewing over there on my machine. Just some scraps into some sort of crazy quilt. But this is a piece of fabric that I made in the last, I don't know, week or two. And I used to resist, and I ended up really, really, really liking it. And I don't know, I've been making fabric for a long time, all kinds of crafts, but I guess the point is I just want to show you, oh, I've had this board. People have asked me about this. I have had this board from Home Depot that I edged in. Let me just adjust this for a second, if we can. Duct tape. I think duct tape and tie wraps pretty much take care of everything. However, I've had this board and several of the others. I've done watercolors, I've done paintings for shows. I have sold artwork off of this board for so many years that I think it's been over 2 decades that I use this board. I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's so creative, and it just is something that warms my heart every time I see it. So this is just something I wanted to share with y'all a little bit. Oh, let's do the needle threader, because I have discovered, or rediscovered, because I denied for years that I actually couldn't thread my needles. And this is a tiny, this is my favorite needle, by the way. This is a John James, and I don't know if you can see that. It's a John James Goldeneye size 11 milliner's needle. And this is my favorite needle to do the English paper piecing or hand sewing. And I really, really like it. I'm using, this is Aurifil 80 weight. It's quite lovely. I also really, really like silk to do this, or hand applique. And this is, hopefully this works on the first try. Really, really nice. If you can see that. It pulls out, and I don't even need glasses to thread my needle. Snip. And put it away. So, I don't know where I am on this. I should pull all of these out. I glue basted these. I used to do old school thread basting. I typically do my dried hands from washing. A quilter's knot, I don't know. With this fine thread, maybe 5 wraps. Nice quilter's knot. And I will come up, oh, here we are. Okay, there's one last little thing to sew here. And I just thought I'd start sharing. There's so much. I'm going to come up on this side, actually, underneath. I'm going to come underneath here. No, yeah. Now I'm going to come underneath here. I'm going to pull this back. If you can all see that, I don't know, because I'm not watching the camera. A little too much glue here. This is why I like thread basting. I don't do glue, but glue basting is so much faster. And I use the Sew-Line glue. I've used the Elmer's. It just doesn't seem to be. I use it in a pinch. Now what I do is I came up a little bit over. So I'm going to go back to this corner here where I've turned it and come up in the corner. And I'm going to slowly just make sure I don't have any thread conditioner on this. And I'm going to come back in the same spot here. And there's all kinds of knots you can do here. I do them at every corner. So it's tight because this is the weak point of any sort of quilting is the corner. I don't want to catch this tail. And now I'm going to only catch the first top threads. Now I flat back stitch on another quilt, which I'll show you in a future video that I'm working on, which is a Tula Sunrise. And I'm doing actually that, that was the first one I did in quarantine. And I didn't have any black and white fabric that I could find. And I started using black and white bandanas. And I actually really, really enjoy using them to the point where I think I might continue to quilt. Oh, you probably can't even see that. With black and white bandanas. I find English paper piecing and sewing on vintage machines really, really, really therapeutic. Forgive all this dry stuff, hand washing, cleaning. Once again, this is a John James size 11 GoldenEye milliners. And occasionally I'll use these, I forgot the name of them, but they're awesome. You know, I put it down, bam, it holds. Do I need it on this right now? No, but it doesn't tangle. I use the clips as well, but on smaller pieces such as this, I would probably use the little magnet if I needed to. Now I don't want to grab too much because I don't want the stitches to show, even though I am of the mind that hand quilting should look like hand quilting. Should be handmade. There should be fingerprints on it, as I like to think of. I think I'm out of the picture. Now here I'm going to grab this, coming to a corner. I have it once, twice, and I'm going to pull. Then I'm going to go through one more time. Now if I were to continue on, I would open that out and continue on, in which case I would add one of these and continue on. However, I don't know my next, I could do this, but just for the sake of time and what time it is at night, because I'm getting a little bit tired. See, this one I could put down. But I just wanted to show you that there's life still out there. Still creating art on my 20-plus-year-old board that I've painted all kinds of stuff on. My old sewing machine. And I still love to create art. So I'm going to make some more fabric and continue to share with you all. I hope that you're all healthy out there and safe. And God bless. And I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.